There are roughly 700 fighters competing in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, also known as the UFC, and only a handful of them are African. But despite that, though, 3 of the top 5 reigning UFC champions are African-born. CNN's Don Riddell looks at how these fighters are dominating the sport.
3 mixed martial arts stars who hail from the continent of Africa have been making their mark on the Ultimate Fighting Championship, commonly known as UFC. And Francis Ngannou, Israel Adesanya and Kamaru Usman all have a proud heritage in common, as well as fearsome reputations, which have resulted in them winning titles in the past 2 years alone. The so-called Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman, became UFC's first African-born champion in March of 2019 when he beat Tyrone Woodley. Mere months later, the Nigerian-born New Zealander, Israel Adesanya, his moniker of the last stylebender is as unique as he is, emerged victorious in the middleweight division, knocking out Robert Whittaker to become the undisputed middleweight champion. And the third and most recent success story took place earlier this year, courtesy of Cameroon's Francis Ngannou, who stunned Stipe Miocic to reign supreme in the heavyweight division. Ngannou's nickname of the Predator pays homage to the iconic 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger vehicle. And all 3 of these amazing African athletes who have risen to the top of the mixed martial arts world have stories befitting of Hollywood movies, dating back to their childhoods.
The other kids love to play like soccer because I grew up in Cameroon. And since when I was a kid, I knew that I had the power and I love fighting. Like movie, that was my favorite hobby. I grew up with it and developed that interest for combat sport.
I didn't know I was black till I moved out of Africa. And it's not saying I didn't know I was black, like dark skinned. I just didn't know it was a problem. I had no idea. I was like, oh, I'm just another kid. But a lot of kids were quick to remind me that you're not one of us. So that was something I had to deal with growing up.
I've always believed in my mind. In the back of my mind, something's always told me that I was destined to do something great.
Yo, Kamaru, this is us from Nigeria, your motherland. We're wishing you success in your next fight. Good luck, brother. We are.